Howdy, folks. My name is Simon Klebanow, and I go by the name of Gratitude. I've had a second chance at life, and I came back to make a difference in my life and others. So, there's a wonderful thing about having a second chance at life. Can I tell you about one of the best days of my life? One of the best days of my life is when I almost died. Yeah, I was in a coma and I was 3 years in recovery because I was hit by a drugged driver. Catastrophic injuries, massive head trauma, traumatic brain injury. My eye was dislodged from the eye socket, dangling by the optic nerve. And I was conscious the whole time and trying to fight off the firemen that were using the jaws of life to cut me out. But I really only remember this fireman saying to me, "You're going to be all right, buddy. You're going to be all right, buddy. You're going to be all right, buddy." And look, I am. So I went into a coma. And I remember coming out of the coma. My hands were tied up. I couldn't get this hand into my mouth. And there was this woman who was standing there. And she said something to me, but my brain was too messed up. And I didn't understand her. She said it again. I still didn't understand her. And then she came right over to me. And she said, "Your wounds won't heal if you keep biting your stitches out." And I remember thinking, that kind of makes sense. But it would be like me telling you, don't scratch your mosquito bite, you'll make it bleed. So why was I biting my stitches out? And the answer is because that's what animals do. And we're animals. But what's the only difference between we human beings as animals and all other animals? And that is that we have the ability to operate at choice. I choose not to bite my stitches out. And I did. I stopped. And so we learn from our elders. That's how you're able to understand the words that I'm speaking to you right now. So we're going to get on a virtual reality ride and we're going to time travel into the past, back to the present, and then into the future. And we're going to see all this. And now we have tools so that we can get a better handle on who we are. And we can get parameters. We can understand what our boundaries are. So there are like 8 billion people on the planet. And everybody is different, right? Except when you look at their personalities through something called the Myers-Briggs personality type indicator, there are only 16 different personality types. Everybody falls into one of those 16 different personality types. So I encourage you to get that test online. And then there's another one, so you can also understand from a different perspective more of what you're made up of. And that's called the Big Five plus intelligence. And it's really a variation of the Myers-Briggs, but it gives you a readout a little bit differently. So there are Big Five. You get a leg up on understanding who you are. And then we're also going to learn how to develop a life plan. We're not just going to wander aimlessly through life and whatever port will do or, just wander from place to place. We're going to figure out what our goals are. You know that little voice that's always talking to you inside of your head? Well, we're going to learn how we can get that voice to be kinder to us so that we don't belittle ourselves. So when we go back in time, we're going to go back 7,000 years to a Stone Age village. Because that's really what's in our DNA. And that's how we learned how we are today, really, except in the Stone Age village, there was no obesity, there was no depression. There was anxiety, of course, but there was no depression. These are man-made things. These are things that we made up. So we're going to discover who we are, what our boundaries are. We're going to develop a plan for our life. And then we're going to be inside of a support system with a buddy, with a mentor, and with the benefactor who paid for your scholarship. And every student can receive a scholarship. So you can have it all. You can become financially independent. You're not going to win the lottery, but you can. What would you rather have? Say $50 today or $2,000 while you're still alive further down in your life. $50 today or $2,000 further down your life. Those are the choices that we can make. And I'm going to help you get there, okay? So we're going to get on this virtual reality ride. We're going to be able to answer the all-important who am I question. I'm a grateful, loving, kind, generous, courageous man. That's who I am. Those are values. So if we just look at our values, we can typecast who we are. So I invite you to get on board this virtual reality ride, and we're going to figure out who we are and where we're going. And we're going to live a life of meaning and purpose. Namaste. So rather than just saying, hey, great to see you, how you doing, huh? Hey, how you doing? We're going to say namaste, which means basically that the life that resides inside of me acknowledges the life that resides inside of you. Namaste. Love you. You're amazing, okay? You're great. And you're going to become even better. Bye for now.